Turn up. Yo, shalom. Good morning. Good morning. Grace and peace be unto the 12 tribes of Israel. Today we are going into Psalm chapter 25. We're going to break down and give people the understanding that. Like I said, I pray everybody's doing all right so far. Today is that day. Psalm 25 is a one of my favorite chapters. It actually got quite a bit of meat in there. And I say meat, some things that people may on the surface level see one way, but it actually telling you something totally different. So as I said, without further ado, we're gonna get ready to get into this. Let's go ahead and start with Mark chapter 14, verse 3. We'll start Mark 14:3. We're gonna get ready to dive into the lesson. Mark chapter 14, verse 3. And being in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, as he sat at meat, there came a woman having an alabaster box of ointment of spikenard, very precious, and she brake the box and poured it on his head. But there were some that had indignation within themselves. And there were some that had indignation within themselves and said, "Why was this waste of the ointment made? For this might have been sold for more than 300 pence and had been given to the poor." And they murmured against her. And Jesus said, "Let her alone. Why trouble ye her? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, and me ye have not always. She have done what she could. She has come aforehand to anoint my body to the burying. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world, there shall also this that this woman have done be told for a memorial of her." So whenever we bring out the true gospel of Jesus Christ, the gospel that's spoken to the 12 tribes scattered all over the earth, the gospel that's given to the people that we understand are the slave descendants, the people we call black, the people that are oppressed, the people that have transgressed against God for thousands of years, people that are continuing to and have not repented. And all they have to do is change and fix their character. Those who ask their oppressors for help, those people who are not asking God for help, but they're oppressors and they're trying to get everybody else to change but themselves. Whenever we preach this gospel that's telling us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments till the day we die, to those people, we're always going to remember the woman that put the ointment on the body of our Messiah, Jesus the Christ. So let's get on into it. Like I said, Psalm chapter 25 is what we got. Sarah, glad to see you on the live. Good morning. Shalom, shalom. Grace and peace be with you. And glad to see you on a TikTok as well. Everybody's on TikTok. Remember, share the video, comment, all of that stuff. Same thing for the YouTube. Matter of fact, if you're on TikTok, it'll actually probably benefit you more to get on YouTube. So that way you can I can address your comments easier and I can post them on them, if I want to put them up on the thing. So I can address it. I can see it, read it clearly. And anybody else that you may want to see your comment, we can do that. So let's get on into the lesson. Psalm chapter 25, verse 1. Psalm 25 and 1. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in thee. So the first thing he's saying, he said, to you I lift my soul. He's letting you know that his spirit is aimed towards the Most High, his direction, his mind. When you got your mind set to follow one direction, you got your mind set to be one with one person, one individual, one set of rules, one way of life, then you are going to walk that path. And if you stumble, you're going to get back up and continue to walk that path because you know that that's where you're supposed to be. You ain't going nowhere else but in the direction that the God of Israel has told you where to go. And then he says, oh my God, I trust in you. See, when you trust in someone, you actually still hold on to that even if they let you down, because you know that their disposition towards you is positive. You know that their intentions for you are the best. They are trying to actually help you. They love you. They care about you. So when you know they're doing for you, their intention to do good for you, then you're going to believe in them. You're going to trust them because you know they have your best interests at heart. Your best interest be your safety, your security, safety, security, same thing. Just make sure you have what you need, your provision, your protection. Make sure you know that mentally they're trying to protect you mentally as well as physically. When you know someone has your best interest at heart, then you're going to trust them if you actually believe it. If you don't believe it, then you're not going to trust them. If you believe they have their own interests at heart, which could be detrimental to yourself, then of course you're going to conduct yourself in a different way. You're going to move differently. All right, let's read on. Psalm 25 and 2. Oh my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not my enemies triumph over me. See, when he says, let me not be ashamed, meaning he's saying, Lord, in the end, don't let me down. Don't let me feel like a fool for trusting in you. Don't let me feel stupid for believing in you. Lord, you know what I'm saying? Let it come to pass that Me standing with you is going to show that I was right. Which Wisdom of Solomon, matter of fact, just for the people that may doubt, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Why would I trust in him? Why would I stand with him? That's good. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2, I think. Not 5, I'm sorry. Why man Sirach? I was right. Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and have made no account of his labors. See, in the end, the righteous man, the one that trusted in God, the one that had faith, the one that didn't waver, that was not afraid, that did not have anxiety, you know what I'm saying, that was not doubtful of God, he's going to stand in great boldness in that day. He's going to be like, yeah, I knew I was right. You know what I'm saying? He going to have that. See, instead of, he ain't going to say, I told you so, but that boldness is going to be, yeah, I told y'all, I told y'all Negroes, y'all didn't believe me. I told you, because you know it's how Noah was. You know, Noah was up on that ark. When he got on the ark, the doors were sealed. He probably got up on the top of the boat. I went to the ark experience, so I'm just picturing, you get on the top of the boat, you can kind of look down and see everything. You got up on the top of the boat, probably standing there like this. I told you, niggas. All right, y'all listen. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's raining, and everybody's sitting there like, oh, shoot, water is falling from the sky. Yeah. That's gonna be. The righteous man was standing in great boldness, and that's how Noah was. Noah was in boldness, like, yeah, I knew this. I knew God wasn't lying. I know who God is, man. I know the power of the Most High. I believe in Him. So when He says, "Let me not be ashamed," the enemies triumph over me. He's asking for that. But hey, you ain't got to be ashamed, because in the end, you're gonna stand in great boldness, like it said in Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right, Psalm chapter 25 and 3. Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. So he said, the people that just sin against you, that break your laws, the people that say, I hate you, God, the people that act like you don't exist, act like you don't matter. He's saying, let those people be ashamed. Those people that continue to do the things you told them not to do. Those people that continue to have interracial marriages. Those people that continue to break the Sabbath. They're cooking on the Sabbath, buying on the Sabbath. Those people that's celebrating Christmas instead of Feast of Dedication. Let those people be ashamed. Let the people be ashamed that don't think they have to eat the right type of animals God told them they have to eat. That don't think that it's wrong to eat turtles, that don't think it's wrong to eat bear, that don't know that the animals he said is right is like your deer, your buffalo, your cows, which, you know what I'm saying, those things are good to eat. See, if God don't say it's good to eat, we shouldn't be eating it. If God don't say we should celebrate it, we shouldn't celebrate it. If God don't tell us how to dress, you know what I'm saying, if he tells us to not wear things, he tells us, hey, don't wear clothing there's mixed fabrics, there's mingled materials, don't do that. If God told you that, then you need to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're going to be ashamed. He said, let none that wait on you be ashamed. You know what waiting on God is? Waiting on God is actually enduring, is actually standing with him, riding with him. Everybody seen Bad Boys. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. We got to treat the Lord like that. Lord, we riding with you, we're going to die with you. You know what I'm saying? Saints of the Most High for life. You know what I'm saying? And that crazy thing is, it ain't just going to be life. It's going to be saints of the Most High for eternity. We're always going to be with him. We're never going to depart from him because he got our back. He got our best interests at heart. All praises to the Father. You know what I'm saying? We got to believe that. Let none of us that wait on you be ashamed. If you wait on God and you're going to stick with God, you ain't going to walk away from him. You're going to believe in him to the end. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like Chucky. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen Child's Play? We're friends to the end. But that's what it's got to be with the Most High. Hey, Lord, we're friends to the end. And you never stop. You never let go. You enduring that. Let's read on Psalm chapter 25, verse 4. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. So we got to ask for God to tell us what's right. Show us what the truth is. And if he tells us what's right, then we walk in what's right. You know what I'm saying? Show us your ways. Verse 5. Lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Again, he said, in you I wait, meaning I stick with you. I don't depart from you. I'm not going to let go of this word. No matter what this Bible, no matter what anybody else says, I'm going to believe in it. If somebody comes up and tells me, hey, you can eat whatever you want. It's okay to eat pork. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to eat lobster. It's all right. Get you some shrimp scampi. I'm waiting on the Lord. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, go up into the pork house. Now I'm going to stand right here on this X. X marks the spot of salvation. I'm standing right here. You ain't moving me up into that house of whorehouse. You're not moving me up into that place of wickedness. You're not going to get me to transgress against my God. He says, teach me thy truth. And he says, on thee do I wait all the day. I'm standing on the laws. I'm never walking away from the commandments God gave me. Why? Because I'm waiting on the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking my fringes off. I'm not going to say, all right, well, you know what? It's really don't matter. We ain't got to do. No, I'm not going to stop keeping the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I'm not going to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue doing the things that God told me to do in order to get salvation. In thee do I wait all the day. In you, I'm patiently standing here. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm suffering. See, when you wait on something, when you wait on the Lord, you actually understand that you will suffer sometimes. And when you actually have true faith, that's what you're going to do. Everything in this Bible is telling us to wait, to endure. You know what I'm saying? To long suffer. Suffering long means it's going to be times you're going to be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable and get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So lead me in thy truth and teach me. That also requires humility. When you're asking somebody to lead you and teach you, you're actually humble enough to say, hey, you know what? You're better than me. You're in a better position than me. You're wiser than me. You know what I'm saying? You understand what's best for my life more than I do. So let me humble myself. Let me submit to your authority. Let me submit to your understanding. Let me defer to your knowledge, because I understand that the knowledge you have is greater than mine. When you defer to someone else, you are showing humility. You are admitting that, you know what? Hey, this person knows what's better for me than I do, because they've been there, or they understand it, or they are there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You have to be humble, and you have to live that way. Hey, by the way, I see you, Sister Chantel. Good morning. Grace and peace be with you. Hopefully all is good with you, sis. Hopefully all is good. Happy last day of the Feast of Dedication. Let's go. Psalm 25:6. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been ever of old. So again, he said, Lord, don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Remember the kindness you showed to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah, hold on to that. Remember that. When I make you mad, remember what the promise you made, Lord. Remember how patient you was with all my ancestors. Can you please give me that, Lord? Please remember. Don't forget me. That's how we got to do. We come in, and that's humble. We understand that he has the power to do whatever he wants with us, and we still going to submit to what he's saying. All right, let's read on. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindnesses, for they have been ever of old. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions. According to thy mercy, remember thou me for thy goodness sake, O Lord, which is what I was just saying. Even when I'm struggling, when I'm going against you, when I fall, Lord, don't forget me. Don't forget how merciful you are. Lord, remember that. Never forget how merciful you are. Don't forget the type of man you are and what you do for me. Verse 8. Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore, will he teach sinners in the way. So again, when he says good and upright, meaning you can trust him. He's going to tell you the correct thing. He's not going to tell you wrong. It ain't just about him being smart and telling you right now. He good and upright means he wants the best for you. So if he wants the best for you, why would you not listen to him? He has no evil in him. He's God. God is love. Love is not evil. Love is righteous. Love is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9, the meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. Now, this is one of the heaviest scriptures in the Bible. When he says the meek will he guide in judgment, it goes back into the humble, the submissive, the person that understands and can be imposed upon and can be taught, can actually bow down their ear, can actually stop and lower themselves to the one that actually has more wisdom and understanding in life than them. That person's going to learn. The person that understands that, hey, shoot, I'm going to get better because you're going to make me better. You're going to teach me. You're going to show me the way. That person is going to get there. That's why it says the meek will he guide in judgment. You can't guide somebody in the ways of right and wrong. You can't show them what's good and what's bad, what's righteous, what's wicked, what's holy, what's profane. If they don't believe that you have the answers and that they don't believe that you are on a higher level than them, if they think they're on the same level as you or greater, guess what? You will not be able to guide them. That's why it says the meek will he guide in judgment. He's going to show people the way that actually understand that he is mightier than them. He is smarter than them. He is all knowing. If you don't think God is all knowing, you don't think that every single thing he does is right. If you don't trust his judgment to the point of where, no matter what he tells you, even if it sounds funny that he's telling you the right thing, if you don't believe that, then you will not grow. You will never learn. You will be stuck in stupidity. Let me just put it straight up like that. You'll be stuck in stupidity if you think that you know as much as God. Verse 10, all the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. See, everybody that keeps the laws, everybody that obeys God's commandments, you know what I'm saying? Everybody follows, and even I can just go to the basic 10 commandments. You keep the Sabbath holy. You celebrate God's feast days. If you do those things, guess what he's saying? He said, you know that everything he's saying is right. He's telling you good because you trust in him. All the paths of mercy and truth to those that do it. The people that don't do what God's saying, he said, those paths aren't mercy and truth to those people. Those people think God is evil. Those people believe God is wrong. They believe God's a liar. If you're a person believes God's a liar, matter of fact, watch this. 1 John 5 and 10. I'm gonna show. See, the scriptures all say the same thing. 1 John chapter 5, verse 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. So if you believe in Jesus Christ, and believing in Jesus Christ ain't just believing that he existed. No, believing in Jesus Christ ain't just believing that he healed the sick, he made the blind see. Believing in Jesus Christ ain't just knowing, having the knowledge of the fact that he died and he rose. That ain't believing in Jesus Christ. That ain't just believing in Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and clarify that before somebody gets confused. Believing in Jesus Christ is actually believing who he is, believing everything he said is true, and everything he said is going to come to pass is true. That's believing in Jesus Christ. If you don't think that, if you don't know that, if you aren't certain of that, and you don't trust in it, you don't believe in Jesus Christ. So let's go back to the top. 1 John 5 and 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that he gave of his Son. When you don't believe the Bible's true, you saying God's a liar. You made him a liar. You made him evil, because only an evil person is a liar. So if you're saying God's a liar and God's evil, it's because you don't think he's good. I mean, it's just bottom line. You think he's evil. You think he's a liar. So all the paths of mercy and truth to those that keep his testimony. If people that keep the testimony, people that follow the laws, they actually saying, oh, everything God says is right. It's true. I believe in it. I'm just going to submit and humble down to it. Period, point blank. Psalm 25:11. For thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon mine iniquity, for it is great. He said, for your reputation, for your word. Lord, you said your mercy endures forever. So according to your word, according to how you are, according to your reputation, all the things you've done in the past, Lord, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Pardon my iniquity. You're saying, Lord, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, let it go. Release it from me. And that way, you know what I'm saying, your reputation can still stand. Because if you don't forgive me and, have mercy on me, and I'm talking about forgive and have mercy on the person that's changed. If I change and all of those things, Lord, forgive me, because this is who you said you're this way. So you told me this is who you are. So Lord, please stick to your word. You know what I'm saying? I believe who you are. I believe in your word. So since I believe in your word, Lord, forgive me because of what you said. I believe you that much. All right. Verse 12. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. Again, if you're afraid of God, if you actually know the power of the Most High, and you are fearful that he will bring judgment to you, bring punishment to you for transgressing against him, for not disagreeing with him, but disagreeing with him openly and rebelling against his word. If you believe that he will jack you up for that, then he's going to teach you. Because if you're afraid of going against him, you're going to make sure you stay in line. You're going to make sure you stay away from that whooping. You know that, hey, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, God's going to give me a whooping when he gets home. Well, if you're afraid of that, then you're going to do what he told you to do. That person, he's going to choose. He's going to teach that person. Verse 13, his soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth. Look at that. Hey, and he said his soul, meaning your mind. When he said your soul will be at ease, your mind, your heart, you're not going to be troubled. You're not going to be worried. You're not going to be confused. None of those things. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm cool. Everything's good. You know why? Because I know the Lord knows that I fear him. I'm afraid of him, and I'm listening to him. And then he says his seed shall inherit the earth, his children. Because guess what? That person's going to make it a kingdom, and he's going to live on. See, here's the thing. When he says your seed shall inherit the earth, your seed can't inherit the earth if he kills you off. If you get destroyed in the destruction to come, your seed can't inherit the earth, because There'll be no seed from you. There'll be nobody that will be your you can't have a lineage. Your lineage is cut off with you because you transgress against him. But if you do actually follow him and do what he says, hey, your seed's gonna live on. And this is also another scripture. I'll be telling people there's plenty of scriptures letting you know there will be marriages and there will be children. They'll be reproducing in heaven, in the kingdom of heaven. So right here, his seed shall inherit the earth. Guess what? You can't have seed if you can't plant seed, and seed can't grow, and then that seed can't, be born and released into the wild to jump out going, why? Yeah, you're gonna have seed, you're gonna have children, they're gonna grow. The kingdom, the world will be ours. We're still gonna be living, except we're gonna be living in a peaceful, beautiful world that's a utopia. You know what I'm saying? A place I have dreamed about forever. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna have. Your seed inherits the earth when you actually obey what the Most High God says. All right. Let's go. Verse 15. My eyes are ever toward the Lord, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net. When he says he'll pluck your feet out of the net, he's telling you that he's going to take you out of the traps. Yeah, you're in a trap. We in this world. We're in this evil world. We're in captivity. We are actually set up to deal with all the pains of oppression. But he says, hey, your feet will be taken out of the net. And the net also talking about the wickedness that we can get caught into. We can get caught into sin, evil, because we all got evil thoughts that we have, and we have to battle our evil thoughts. And it's not easy. Sometimes the evil thoughts take over and they beat you. And then you have to bounce back. You have to realize, all right, I love God and I'm gonna follow what God told me to do. So I'm not going to let the evil thoughts take me. But he says, my eyes are ever toward the Lord. How will you bounce back? Because if you're focused, if you're on the mission, even if you run into a roadblock, you're gonna stop, you're gonna gather yourself, and then you're gonna go around the roadblock and keep going to the destination that you have set. You know what I'm saying? Just like a GPS. If something stops you from going where you need to go, if you actually have you got a detour. Anybody ever say you're going to, let's say Idaho. You driving to Idaho from New York, and all of a sudden along the way, you in dang on Kentucky. Since I'm just saying you in Kentucky, all of a sudden it's like, oh, detour. Guess what? The GPS is they're gonna map it around to where you can take a left, then you're gonna take then you go straight, make another, then you go make a right, and then you go get back on the highway. It's gonna detour, it's gonna take you around the roadblock. It's not gonna be like, all right, well, you can't go there, so I guess it's over with. No, just because there's a roadblock, just because there's a traffic jam, does not mean you're not going to continue going to your destination. So to go towards your destination, you got to keep your eyes ever on the Lord. You got to keep your sights set on the goal, on the mission. You trying to get to the kingdom of heaven. And to get to the kingdom of heaven, you have to have upstanding character. You got to change who you are. You got to fix who you are as a person. If you're going to change who you are as a person, your eyes got to be set on it. You got to realize I have to be better because something's wrong with me. That does not mean that we can't notice things is wrong with other people, but our first focus should be what's wrong with me. How can I be a better man or a better woman? Because when you become a better man or better woman, guess what you're going to make? You're going to make better children, and your children are going to repeat that character cycle that you have. But guess what? We the children of the Lord. Well, you know what the children of the Lord are? We're trying to keep the cycle of God's characteristics on the earth, because the characteristics of God are here. The characteristics of Satan are here. The devil's all on the earth because he lives in all the people that go against God, that fight against God, that fight against righteousness, that love to be wicked. Those people love to be evil. Yeah, that's the devil's children. The people that actually want to follow the Most High's laws and commandments, people want to obey what he said. Yeah, it's God's children. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Let's go to 1 John 3:10 so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, 1 John chapter 3, verse. Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. I'm bad, I'm slow. I'm like, hold on, John, I have to be. All right, 1 John chapter 3, verse 10. All right, in this, the children of God are manifest. So right here it's saying the children of God are revealed, okay? And this, the children of God are manifest. And the children of the devil, whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, and neither he that loveth not his brother. So if you do righteousness, or if you obey the commandments, you follow what God said, then yeah, you God's people. You know what I'm saying? You're his son. If you are wicked and sinning all the time, and you are completely in rebellion to God's way, then you're the devil's son. You know what I'm saying? You are actually spreading his philosophy on the planet. And if you're doing what God says, you're spreading God's philosophy. Hey, by the way, for those that's on the TikTok, don't forget, join on the YouTube if you need to, or jump on, subscribe, like, y'all know what to do. Hold on, let me take this comment. You see, Lucina said, in reference to verse 9, what are the actions you take if you struggle with listening due to pride? It's a good question. Hi. How do you if you struggle with listening due to pride? Um, oh, I got it. Let's go to First Peter chapter 5, verse 9. Is it 7? First Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Matter of fact, let's go to 6. Matter of fact, let's go to 5. Shoot, this is get good. Yeah, let's go to 5. First Peter chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility, for God resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. What you want to do, first of all, let me see. If you struggle with listening, you got to ask yourself, before you take the actions, you got to see where your mind's at. All right, hold on. Do I want grace? Because he said he gives grace to the humble. The humble, being humble is opposite of prideful. So if you are humble, then you are actually willing to lower yourself. So the first thing you got to do is mentally accept the fact that you're lower than who is giving you direction, who is showing you where to go. All right. So he says, lower your, not he says, but right there. But then verse 6, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. See, I wanted 5 so I could explain that, but now just now what I said, he says it right after that. Humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. So you get exalted by humbling yourself. So the action you take, again, is just focusing on when you're listening, the action you take is stop thinking about what you believe. What you believe is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what you think. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite things to say. And anybody that's ever heard me say it, put a 1 in the chat. It don't matter what you think. It only matters what the person speaking thinks. If you are trying to understand, even here's the thing, and I do this, and this is one way, and people that know me have probably seen me do it. There are people that I understand that I am wiser than, I'm smarter than, but I can sit and listen to them talk, and they'll explain something to me, and I can know that what they're saying is wrong. But what am I doing? I am showing compassion. I'm learning about them. I'm understanding, you know what I'm saying, who they are. So when I understand who they are, I can understand how to guide them. Now, and guess what? Let's say they're saying something that's true and I'm understanding it. I'm gonna understand it, like, maybe I should consider X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So even me being in a higher position than most people that I speak to, I'm going to stop and listen to what they have to say. Because I stop and listen to what they have to say, then I'm going to gain an understanding. So the thing is, with listening, you should be focused on understanding the person. You want to understand the person because you love that person. If you don't love that person, then it's not really going to matter what they think. You don't care because you're not going to try to line up with them. See, it's all about cooperation. It's all about gaining a brother or a sister. I'm trying to gain the person. So when I'm trying to gain the person, I'm trying to understand them so we can get on the same, we can have continuity so we can actually walk together, whether I'm over them or not. Now, and that's always going to work for you, because what you're going to do is you're going to receive who they are. You're going to receive their direction, not direction, but you're going to receive where they're going. And then guess what you can do? You can properly guide them on the path you're on, or you can make sure that y'all two paths are on the same way. So what do you do when it comes to listening with pride? You should understand that what they have to say is important. If you know what they have to say is important, then you ain't even going to have thoughts in your mind running through there to kind of change how you want to do things. You're just going to be like, all right, I'm hearing you. I'm sitting here. I'm quiet, and I'm going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, yes. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Christine Comment said, yes, I've said that. When you're talking, you're not qualified to think. Absolutely not. And that's what I'm saying. Even myself, when people are talking to me, I'm not thinking. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I'm not thinking about what I know, what I understand, or how I can show that they're wrong. No, I'm thinking about what they're saying. I'm gonna digest their logic, and then I'm going to filter it through my understanding of God. I'm not even going to put my understanding on things. What is the understanding of God that lines up with it? That's what I do. That's how I filter it. I don't filter it through myself. I filter it through God's understanding. And when I do that, like I said, I'm able to hear all that I'm ready to process all their information. But I can't process their information if I'm processing it through my lens on life. You got to process it through God's lens on life. So when you do that, you're actually you're gonna take in everything he said. You'll be able to listen. The pride comes in when it's just like, oh, I'm so much better than you. I don't need to listen to what you got to say. That's what people do. even people that are beneath people. That's really the main problem with women today. Women don't listen to men because they think they're better than men. But I'm not getting on that soapbox today, so y'all leave me alone. Let's go on. First Peter. No, I already went to that. All right, so let me go back. Psalm chapter 25. Hey, by the way, I see Tajari, grace and peace be with you. Good morning, happy last day of the feast. All right, Psalm chapter 25, verse, where was that? 16. Turn thee unto me and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Oh, bring thou me out of my distresses. So when he says turn to me again, he said, all right, Lord, you see, I'm over here, like, I'm over here struggling. You over there, you turned over to John over there, and you helping him. Lord, come over here and help me. I need it. That's what he says. Turn thou unto me. Lord, you come on, man. I'm over here. I'm in trouble. Hey, I'm on my last leg. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging on to the cliff with one hand. Lord, come over here and grab my hand and pull me up. Pull me up on the ledge. I'm about to perish. God save me. You know what I'm saying? That's what he says. Say, turn to me, have mercy. And he says, I'm desolate and afflicted. When you desolate, you're on your last leg. You have not much left to go. Lord, rescue me. Verse 18, look upon mine affliction and my pain and forgive all my sins. Then he says, see everything I'm going through. And then, Lord, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. You know what I'm saying? Let those things go. Lord, I know you see what all I've done. Lord, please don't hold that against me. You know what I'm saying? Give me a clean slate. Wipe my slate clean. Verse 19, consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. And he says, Lord, you see, you know what I'm saying? See how all these people are doing me. Lord, just Lord, pay attention to what they're doing. Please see what they're doing. Verse 20, keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. And he says, hey, Lord, preserve me. That's all he's saying. Preserve me, which we read in Psalms 12. He says he preserves all the saints. He preserves the righteous. He don't let them go. Okay. He says, for I put my trust in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Again. And he says, let me hold on to my integrity. Let me always do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And then he says, the uprightness. The uprightness is, again, when you're upright, it means your goal, your destination, you're focused on doing what is good, what is holy. You want to do the holy thing. You want to do the right thing. Let that preserve you. Your integrity, if you focus on doing the right thing, your integrity will make sure you do it even if nobody's around. You'll never forget what's the main objective. What is the goal? And the goal is to be a better person. Verse 22, redeem Israel, O God. Let me start that over. I loved it. If everybody heard this, I want y'all to make sure. Verse 22, Psalm 25:22, redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles. Redeem Israel. And he says he's talking about his descendants. Redeem the children of Israel. Redeem the slave descendants. Redeem the people that are struggling right now. The people that are scattered all over the planet. The people that are being afflicted for their transgressions. Rescue them. Get us up out of here. Rescue Israel. He didn't say rescue the world. Redeem Israel. Restore Israel. Give us the kingdom back. Lord, please rescue us. And who's us? The people that's all over the planet. The slave descendants who are what we would call black people. So rescue us. And even if you ain't dark looking like us, guess what? You still black. So yeah, shout out to all my people that ain't got super dark skin and super thick hair. You still black too. So whether you believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? You come out of Jacob, you black. You a slave descendant, you black. You got colonized, you black. You know what I'm saying? And I say black, also we know we're the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? As I said on my little video the other day, we're Israelite American. We ain't African American. To hell with that. We Israelite American. So but anyways, hey, y'all have a good day, man. I appreciate y'all being in. Again, y'all remember, like, share, comment, continue to put the shorts and clips out there, man. Hey, the shorts and the clips are actually they are definitely help. It's helping get the word spread, and more people, like I said, tuning more into the videos, especially the shorts. They're able to catch those things. And what you do, you get the small attention span. Eventually, people will, guess what they're going to want? They're going to want more. We like the people in the mall, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got the little Moab people to be in the mall. Sample. Hey, we're going to give them samples. They're going to be like, ooh, this is good. And when people know it's good, they're going to be like, oh, I want some more. And how you get that Chinese food, man. That's how I first started eating something back then. I'm gonna try to sample. Man, this is dope. So yeah. So hey, y'all have a good one though. Hey, what's going on, brother Decarius? You caught me at the end of the lesson, but hey, you just go back and catch it. Well, yeah, it'll be on. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Sister Chasry, yeah, same thing. Be easy. Have a good one, sis. Grace and peace be with you. Make sure you done subscribe to, and you same thing. Check out all the stuff that's on the IG, TikTok, Instagram. I'm gonna say IG, TikTok, Instagram, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. And of course, now we got a Facebook page. Hey, same thing. Ernava, I see you on the TikTok. Hey, grace and peace be with you, man. Shalom. Have a good one. Again, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Last day of the feast. Peace be with y'all. Hey, have a good one.